Yo, hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm gonna show you a budget, like, unkillable team for Ultra Nightmare and also Nightmare, but we have to change a little bit of, like, a couple speeds and then you're good on a one champion. But that is also just an Emic solo unkillable style, so this is really nice. But this is kind of a clickbait because I don't think the damage will be like the most insane thing in the world and stuff. But I wanted to get you in for a special information because you might think like, hey, Bronco, you always do like comps like that. And okay, but how do you get those comps? And in this case, this was not made by me. It was also not made by anyone else. Kind of, but let me explain. Because there is a tool out there which basically runs every possible combination for a tune on speeds, and you can just make conditions on turns. Like, I want to have unkillable from turn 3 to turn 50, and I want to have on turn 32, I want to have like increase attack on that certain champion. And then afterwards, the software is gonna calculate all the different speeds they are, like, you put in, like, that champion from 180 to 300, that champion from 180 to 300, and so on. And then the program will check all the different combinations of teams, like of speeds, and then it will give you an outcome if it's possible, if it's not possible. So in the future, what that means is, like, I got so many questions about, like, hey, Bronco, can you use the Mytha in Iron Twin Unkillable? And my thoughts firstly are like, I don't think it is possible. But with that software, you can just try it out. Like, that software is gonna check every possible combination on speeds, and it's gonna like see if you have unkillable or not. And if it's not possible, it doesn't show you an outcome. So this is really game changing. I cannot show you like the software right now because it will get a little bit changed on visuals and stuff, so it would be like outdated and stuff. But I will 100% like give you the informations, like where to get it and when it's got released and stuff like that. And also, this is not about me, because I think that is super game changing. And if I hit like 5 people, they are telling their best friends like, hey, there's something on the horizon that is game changing, and I'm gonna tell you, like, I have it in my hands. It is game changing, and I will that comp right here is literally me, the dumbass, trying out the software and getting a comp together where, like, Emic is the solo unkillable guy. That was what I was searching for. Like, hey, can Emic be my unkillable guy, and can we like make him work? I put in some like champions, I put in some speed, and I pressed the button. I watched the like percentage bar go full, and afterwards it said like, oh, use this speed. Amazing, like, that is gonna be game changing for real. So we're gonna go into, I was talking so much, but that is actually more information than this comp right here, because that comp is like, okay, you got something, not the best champions, not the best damage. It shows you can go unkillable, like on a budget kind of level, not too high on speeds, not the lowest speeds in the world. I think like 270, like around like 3 champions are 270 speed. That is possible. You can change around a little bit, like your DPS and stuff. And yeah, it is not about like this right now, but in the future there will be comps everywhere. Like, to be honest, everywhere. Like, oh, it's game changing. Let's go into it, because that one is literally my first try on Ultra Nightmare. I was doing a little bit speed on Nightmare, checking out, does that even work, and stuff like that, because I'm gonna test stuff before I'm gonna release it to you. As well as my Mr. Game Changer. I will call him Mr. Game Changer. He also like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm a little bit too excited because that's so game changing. It makes my work so much easier. I can put in some champions and then we're good. And is that even possible on the end? Yeah, you got a comp like this where everything is perfectly set up, and of course, this is not for green affinity right now. I did not put in green affinity. I was just checking. I typed in void, those champions, outcome. Hey, we got something. Let me try it. And if you want me to check like more comps where spirit and all or nightmare, brutal, all are together, that is possible right now. So I can actually do it. So if you mind just liking the video, it keeps me motivated. It keeps everybody motivated. And also join the Discord. Mr. Game Changer, that's his unofficial name on my Discord. He's there, and it would be nice if you just leave a nice message, show some love, and it keeps him motivated too. Like if he sees something like, oh, there are people interested, and you know how it is. If you have work to do, but nobody cares, maybe it's not so, like, sometimes you feel like a free time, but if you know there are some people out there that they're like waiting for your stuff to be done, and you maybe have like 1 hour more a day or something because you just want to. And right here, I never tested this comp before. I was just seeing it on the software and it's just working. So this was also a try for me. Like, can I actually use this kind of software to actually make really comps to work? Because I'm testing it right now. I'm like the biggest testing guy of that software right now. And I'm really honored that I'm actually the guy who can test it, because yeah, it's just me. I'm the low bob YouTuber, maybe. Yeah, nobody likes me, nobody likes my work, and that's always the fear of a YouTuber. Like, are they accepting me? Are they mean to me? Because sometimes you feel like, if you have like hateful comments it's always like, and that honors me, because I'm the first guy who can actually test it right now. I had work in this game, like really work in this game. And it got like paid off with respect from another guy who's just showed me something that blew my mind. It actually blew my mind. I didn't even realize at first, like, hey, the software can just give me the outcome of a comp. I can just type those champions in and I can like decide what they're gonna do on which turn, and then yeah, it gives me some speeds. It's so amazing. Yeah, and I'm talking a little bit too much, but this is so game changing. Like, it is on the level like the Hell Hades gear optimizer team finder, because for example, the team finder, it is great. It is big, huge and stuff. But behind it are still like brain power. Like, people have to do like their comps, and then they have to use the artifact enhancer, run that comp one time so we can actually see it. But this is just before all that. Like, hey, can I use my 5 rare champions for maybe an unkillable kind of scenario or something? Maybe. And now you can just type it in, test it. The testing phase, like the time, how long it takes when you put in your values and stuff and you press enter and the bar goes up. It takes a while if you have like 100 million conditions. But it is worth like to run it 2 hours in the background if you have like really high conditions, and then you see something on the end and you're like, oh, amazing. And yeah, you can lower that time by a much, but then the values are like a little bit more like acceptable for the program to make it faster for you. But on the end, like, it's amazing. And right here, I'm just talking. I haven't even like concentrated too much on the comp right here. It is amazing. Budget Unkillable. It will be better. That's the thing. Right now, I just went for the first comp I seen there and just was actually testing it out. But on the same time, I'm making a video right now for you guys so we can actually just, yeah, enjoy the big information, and you already can see what it does for me. I have not even thought too much about it. Like, I have not thought about any numbers this time. Usually I'm like, oh, okay, I need that in 289 so he can have that tick right there, and usually I was like that. But at this point I'm just like, okay, that champion. Check out if they go 100 speed to 500 speed and give me something. Just give me something. Then you wait a little bit and your job is done. And that will be amazing for everybody. Like, for everybody. Not even like people who are watching YouTube videos. Not even always for them. For content creators, it's amazing. But everyone gets affected, because like, you have your good friend and he's like, hey, did you know about that Seeker, Amiga, Kale combination with the super, you know what I mean, something totally strange, but it just came up because of this software right here. And you can actually, everybody can gain something out of this, and it is amazing. So actually I was just talking about the software, not the comp really. At this point, like, look at this, the damage is not too much. Like, my Painkeeper does not have War Master, my Doom Priest is level 50, my Emic is just built on speed set to get the speed. I was checking actually just for the speeds, is it working? And he does not have like War Master, Masteries, and like my Fane and Seeker are not like in my best gear sets or something. So at this point the damage, it actually is not as good as you might want it to be. And this is not for affinity, like for green affinity. Every other affinity is working, just not green affinity. But I promise you, I will make it work. It's not even hard anymore for me. So, and it is not hard for you in the future. So amazing. And yeah, I can put more damage in here. I can maybe put another damage deal. I can put Brimstone. I can put poison sets on them. It is really not about only this comp right here. I'm gonna show you the speeds, no problem. I'm gonna talk about it, but it is really, this video is really not about this comp in general. It's just more of a showcase how much like you can gain out of that software. And maybe a couple weeks and you got it too, and it will change the whole scene of Raid, to be honest. Just imagine you can type everything you wanted to know, like, hey, do I have like something in my pocket? I can actually make the dungeon work from the speed tune, and you can just do it. It's amazing. Great. So at this point I'm gonna cut to the end. I'm gonna show you the damage. It won't be too much, I know. Please don't be mad at that. I can easily go higher, but it's just more of a showcase. I don't have the resources that Silver to actually like go ham and stuff. Please don't be mad. I'm gonna cut now. So like I said, the damage is not the biggest in the world, but it shows you just, yeah, I think I made a good point that the damage can be higher, and it's just about Emic, the solo unkillable guy at this point. Not affinity friendly, but it will be. So don't worry totally about it. And it is still at this point a 3-key, easily a 2-key. And yeah, I will make a affinity friendly comp out of this. So keep an eye out for that. But I'm gonna show you the stats if you might are interested. Can I go in here? Yes, please go away. Yeah. I'm gonna go in here because at this point, you just wanna know the speeds, to be honest, because my set is not made for this. My Fane is like in a decent damage build, but everybody of you can get that decent damage build. So I'm not gonna show you like masteries and stuff because Emic does not have masteries. Fane just has the usual masteries, like a War Master and maybe some accuracy or something. Just avoid the usual stuff, like always. Painkeeper does not have masteries, Doom Tower does not have masteries, and Seeker is War Master, and yeah. And also I have to show you the presets because they're important, of course. And it is all in here, and yeah, we just need to be in here. So we got 268 on our Emic, which is like decently fast, but not the fastest in the world. And also keep in mind, you can use a lead if you want to have another lead in that position. That is totally okay because Emic has taunt and the stun always goes to that one champion, so it wouldn't even like change anything if you use another lead. For example, I could use my Doom Priest in the lead, and he does like give himself like red champions, like red affinity. He gives them more speed, and he's the only red one, so I can maybe go a little bit lower on speeds if I just switch positions, and I should be good. But yeah, whatever, you know. And so Emic speed 268, and that's the preset. That's like super important. On Fane, maybe I can switch that around here or something, and it's more because we got a plenty of resets. I didn't like take too much care about it, so we got 247 on her. So, but she can, your DPS can go down to 240, but keep in mind if it's champion is actually doing debuffs, so you gotta do your accuracy, of course. And my Painkeeper is fresh level 60, not even fully level 60 and stuff. But yeah, I was just building him like so he can maybe survive 2 turns. Maybe I don't need it. I had no idea. But a Painkeeper is always nice to have in your like collection. We got 273 here. Like I said, it's not the lowest in the world, but also not the fastest. Like I seen comps like out of the world kind of style. And we got speed 276. You can go 272 on your Painkeeper and 273 on your Doom Priest, right? And the only thing is, don't go over 276 here. And he needs to be a little bit faster than, a little bit slower, like at least 1 slower than Doom Priest. And so on the end, he can be on 272, and he could be on 273. And here we got the Seeker. We got 200 in speed and just an opener. Of course, the presets are on Doom Priest are not important. On Painkeeper, it is important. Here, your DPS changes and stuff, but those are all the speeds. And I don't think you should build that right now. There was more just an example and to bait you in for like the biggest information in raid history, like one of the biggest like information in raid history. I call it like that. And yeah, that was all about the video. If you don't mind, just leaving a like, joining the Discord, saying Mr. Game Changer, some nice words. Just join us and yeah, have a nice day.